welcome to the Do Spawn, the channel that awards 12 points, and also your favorite boutique Eurovision blog. I'm Khan, and in today's video, I have Lauri from the Rasmus from Finland. Yeah, they
Hi.
are representing Finland this year at the contest with their song Jezebel, and today we have the opportunity to interview them, which is so exciting.
Tonight, we'll catch another love. Jezebel, Jezebel. I don't know how you got in my blood. Was it the dangerous things you do? You always wanted to be a star.
So, first of all, I would like to ask you, how are you doing? How has going into the Eurovision bubble been for you recently?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm actually in Hawaii.
Wow.
This is where I live. Yeah, I've lived here for three years now. I came for a very quick visit at home for 1 week. And then I'm going back to Europe next week. And it's been so fun being part of the Eurovision ride. It was really a tough competition to win the Finnish national finals. And we really worked hard for this UMK victory. And it's also been so much good vibes because we have a new guitarist in the band. And this kind of a challenge, try to overcome something, try to conquer something like this together. It's really nice, and it's in a right place for the band right now.
So, are there other members right now in Finland?
Two of them. Bass player Eero is in Australia. That's where he lives. So we just had a little break in between. Before the Italy.
Okay, sounds exciting. And you mentioned Emilia, who is the newest member of the Rasmus. How did she join the band? And also how has her female energy, changed the atmosphere of the band?
Yeah, it changed a lot. It's about a year ago. We were struggling a lot with the band. Almost about to break up. Guitarist finally let us know that he's leaving the band, and for a couple of months we were without a guitarist, and it was kind of devastating. At the same time, having the COVID situation going on for 2 years and really bad times, but we got through it. About 6 months ago, I came up with an idea, us taking part of the Eurovision competition, writing the song. And then right after that, I came up with an idea of asking Emilia to join us as a new guitarist. And I knew her from before. She is a famous guitarist in Finland. She has played in different groups whenever she was 12 years old. She's always been around. I know that she's very talented guitarist and also very charismatic performer.
Yeah.
So we were lucky to have her in our band, and I think she really fits us perfectly. She is just like one of us. It was always like that. Just feels like she came home.
The band has been, in the music scene for 28 years. I mean, there were some old members, etc. But I mean, you, as a band, are sort of legendary. And you entered UMK as probably fan favorite. Also, the betting odds, etc. We're reflecting that. And also, when we first saw your name in the lineup as Eurofans, we were so excited, so hyped, and probably mainstream viewers at home watching you in May will also be so excited, and it will be quite surprising for them to see you as a participant. So the question is, you mentioned you kind of mentioned that how you wanted to enter Eurovision, but I would like to ask you, has it always been a project, or was it a spontaneous decision to have a breath of fresh air for the group? How did that happen?
Well, the Rasmus fans have reminded us pretty much every year that there is a competition like this, and asking like, when is the Rasmus going to take part of the Eurovision? And I don't know, it was just the right time and right thing to do right now. I think also it's about the song. I think it's it's a song contest, so I think a right kind of song was born. We had just the right elements right there at this time, so it was just felt like the right thing to do this time. And like I said, with COVID, we haven't been able to play a concert in 2 years now, which is insane, because that's what we want to do the most. And being in this competition is kind of close to that feeling. And it's good to have something ahead of you, something to fight for, something to look forward to, something to conquer. I think that's always something that keeps us going, keeps us creative and energized. So I'm really happy about the situation now. The last 6 months have been like going through the roof.
And it'll even be better, the more we get closer to the contest, the more exciting it gets. This press stuff, etc. It'll be so much fun, and I hope you enjoy the process so much.
I've heard from other artists that have taken part of this, from Finnish artists. They said that this was the best time of my life to be there in the final 2 weeks, and like meeting up with all the other artists, and people have done collaborations afterwards. They have made really good friends there. So I can't wait to get to Italy. It's going to be fun.
And who did you talk to specifically from the Finnish previous Eurovision participants?
I talked to Blind Channel, who were there last year. And then also I've talked to Krista. She was there. I don't know which year was that. She was
13.
Some years ago. Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
You're a fan.
yeah. So
okay.
I have some questions for you. So we'll come to Blind Channel later on, but first I would like to say that you have a song, In the Shadows, which is probably your biggest massive hit that people know. Probably there are some people who don't know the title of the song, and maybe that you are behind the song, but I'm sure a lot of people will be able to hum the song. Do you think having such an enormous hit will be an advantage for you, or rather hinder you at Eurovision? Because we've seen examples of both in the past.
Oh, well, I've only thought of it as like an advantage, because we know that we have so many fans. Like, we have already seen these reactions from people that, oh my God, the Rasmus are taking part of Eurovision. I was 15 years old when The Shadows was out, and like blah blah blah. Like a lot of this kind of nostalgic feeling has arisen. So I think I'm only seeing that as a positive thing. Of course, we don't know how people are gonna vote and like whatever, but I think it's interesting to see like what is the reaction, because this will reach so many people. It's like 200 million people watching the show. It's like biggest show on TV. It's bigger than Super Bowl,
Yeah.
So it's a great opportunity for us to be back on the map again with the great song and new lineup and new beginning for the band. It really feels awesome.
Yeah, I believe you. Yeah. And also, let's talk about your Eurovision song Jezebel. So what is this song telling, and how did this process happen, writing process?
Yeah, this song is like a tribute to all independent, strong, rebellious women, or anyone, not just women. Even I consider myself being a Jezebel. That means like I'm a free spirit. I can do things that I want. I'm in control of my own life. And that's basically the message of the song. Funnily, this song was written last summer in July or something. And then 2 months later, Emilia joined us as a new guitarist. And she is like a real life Jezebel, you know, she is a rebellious, cool, independent, powerful woman. And all of a sudden she is part of the band. And we have this song that's almost like telling her story. And it was written before she showed up. So it feels like stars were aligned, so to speak, like things have fallen in right places in the last 6 months.
So did you write the song specifically for Eurovision? Like, did you have Eurovision in mind, or did you just write a song and the song felt right and you decided to submit it to UMK?
I had an idea that we should try to get to Eurovision and write a song for that. I was actually sitting on this balcony last summer playing my guitar, came up with a song, and then I called my friend Desmond Child, legendary producer, songwriter, that, man, I have this idea. Rasmus should take part of the Eurovision and we should write the best song in the world, win it. And it's like, that was the plan in short. So I just felt like we need something like that, something exciting, something challenging to get over the COVID times. Just so important to have something to aim at. I'm so used to having all the tours and used to having my calendar full of things to do. So I was really getting sick mentally and even physically, just being stuck at home and not able to do my art and play concerts and be creative and be out there. So this was like the right thing to do.
I personally really love your song, and it's been my fave in UMK, like, since it's released. It also has this, I mean, you're telling us different story, but also it also has this emotional tone to it. I don't know if you did this intentionally, but it kind of feels like a, you know, emotional rock ballad in a way, and I totally love this feeling. So yeah, it's actually, you know, we do these interviews, but it's more amazing when you get to meet your favorites. And yeah, I'm totally enjoying your song. I just want to say that, you know.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. So we mentioned Blind Channel, and obviously Finland has been, you know, Finland was really successful last year, and Blind Channel got the second best result ever for the country. But before that, Lordi won the competition for Finland with a rock song. So Finland is this, you know, rock music powerhouse of Eurovision, but outside of the Eurovision context, Finland also has a massive rock music scene. So what does make Finland this, you know, rock powerhouse?
It's hard to say what it is. I think one reason is that from certain era, it was kind of trendy to play in bands. It was like a thing to do. Especially when I was growing up, it was cool to have a guitar on your back and driving your bicycle and like going to rehearsals and rock out. I think that's when a lot of bands were formed, and they still tour all over the world. And Finland is known for its music and rock, and also maybe the climate, the weather, maybe that has something to do with it. I think compared to, you know, Ecuador, they would play football, soccer, you know, and Finnish people would go inside because it's cold and raining, and they would play guitar and be melancholic and, you know, get inspired by that.
Yeah, definitely makes sense. I mean, and also at UMK, we saw a visual presentation of your song. So we kind of get a staging. Obviously, Eurovision is also a live show, and you are going to present your song to masses. Will there be any changes to the staging? Have you already planned something? So how are these, talks are going ahead of the show?
Yeah, we will have a new show.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah, we have started working actually the next morning. I woke up after winning the national finals.
Hmm.
We had a meeting and like talking about how can we develop the show, what should we do, how can we be better, and in many ways. So it's a great opportunity to create something new. We have the full team behind us now from Finland, very talented guys, designers and everything. So it's a great chance to do a brand new show. We might keep some of the elements of it, but I think it's gonna look very different.
So are we going to keep the cartoon elements the same, or the colors? Obviously you don't want to spoil a lot of things, but
I don't want to say too much now. I don't want to say anything.
Okay, that's fine.
We're still developing it. I mean, we have about 2 months for the finals or the semifinals. So we are working a lot to get it done. And we are all going to Finland in 2 weeks. And we're gonna start rehearsing. We have rehearsals every day. Except we're gonna go to do some of the pre-parties, the Eurovision pre-parties. I don't know exactly which countries we're gonna do, but it's gonna get busy when we all get to Finland.
I mean, I'll be in Amsterdam, so yeah, and you're also coming to Amsterdam, exactly. Yeah,
great.
So coming to the end of our interview slowly, I would like to also ask you if you have listened to the other songs from this year's competition.
I have a little bit. I think they just last week they picked the last ones. So now would be a good time to go through all the artists. I haven't heard all of them, but I've seen most of their faces because I follow all the Instagram accounts and stuff. So it's looking pretty interesting. Like based on their photos, I would say there's a lot of different music styles again.
Yeah,
and that's always good. That's the fun part of Eurovision. Like all these different music styles come together and like
exactly.
It's a good vibe.
This year is so diverse. Like it may not be the strongest year, but it is definitely one of the most diverse years. I can definitely say that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I would like to thank you for joining our interview on the Do Spa. Hope you have a great time in your Eurovision journey, and hope you kill it on the stage with your band, Rasmus. So would you like to say anything else, closing our interview to your fans, to international viewers who may vote for you?
Yeah, well, we are excited to be there in Torino in May. And if you want to check out any news of the Rasmus, should go to the rasmus.com. That's where we have all the gigs coming, Instagram, TikTok, all these medias. So there's like daily things that how we're preparing for the show and everything. So hope to see you guys soon.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.